So here it is, probably my most requested video to date. This is the ROG Eye. Like I said in the unboxing, it's a webcam that ASUS ROG makes for their high-end laptops that don't have a built-in webcam. The most asked question about this webcam is, how does it fare against the Logitech C922? And that's a question that makes a lot of sense. The ROG Eye is only a few dollars cheaper than the C922, yet on paper it seems like a better deal. Well, here's the review, so let's jump straight into it. Let's start with the design and build. Unlike most webcams, ASUS intends for the ROG Eye to be a webcam that you can take with you wherever you go. Such is the nature of laptops. So it's not much of a surprise that the design of the ROG Eye centers around that. It's way smaller than the C922 in both deployed and folded up mode. The cable is detachable, so that makes the overall footprint even smaller and more uniform. It's also got a great build too, with the housing and the clamp mainly made of metal, so I think it can take a proper beating being thrown into bags and pockets. And it's very subtle too. This can easily meld into the bezels of your monitor. It avoids disrupting any kind of aesthetics that your setup is going for. But the design and the build has some drawbacks. Yes, it may be very small and of a uniform shape, but that's because it sacrificed having a 3-point hinge for just a 2-point clamp. There is no swivel, tilt, and pan, and the clamp only opens up to around a centimeter wide at parallel and about 3 centimeters at full. If you're planning to clamp this onto your monitor, you might have a hard time doing so, especially if you have a thick one. It also sacrifices having a 1/4 inch tripod screw hole. It does come with a stand that has a mounting hole, but that's one more thing to carry around with you, and possibly loose. Speaking of carrying around, the ROG Eye comes with a piece of cloth that barely counts as a carrying case. If being mobile is a big point with this product, I would love to see a better carrying case that can carry the webcam and its accessories, ASUS. The included USB to micro USB cable is short, only around 3 feet long. People who have their CPUs farther from their streaming setup might want to get a longer cable. Okay, performance time. The two things we're looking at is image and sound quality. To compare, I've got the Logitech C922 here. Let's start with the image quality of the ROG Eye. This is what it looks like at 1080p with just my room lights on, no additional lighting. Right off the bat, you can see that there's a lot of grain, with fine details like my liquor stand almost lost to the mush. The lens is wide enough to capture me in comfortable framing. One thing to note that I can't show properly in this video is that it's not currently capturing at 60 FPS. If I had to guess, it's just a little bit north of 30 right now. And here's the same setup with some help from lights. I am using 2 lights positioned at both ends of the desk. As you can see, detail and contrast is way better now. Sharpness still has some room to improve since there's still a significant amount of grain. Also, since it's not having a hard time exposing the image, it now runs at a constant 60 FPS. Now we've seen how the ROG Eye's video looks, let's compare it to the Logitech C922 image. This is what the C922 image looks like without lights. We can notice immediately that the C922 has a way better picture with a wider angle to boot. Contrast, saturation, and sharpness is night and day compared to the ROG Eye, but it only records at 30 FPS. Turn up the lights and the image quality gap between the two webcams gets even wider. The C922 image is clean and crisp. Okay, so the ROG Eye can't roll with the C922 when it comes to image quality. But what about sound? One of the features ASUS is highlighting with the ROG Eye is the beam-forming microphone. It's supposed to sound better than other webcams. Let's give it a shot. Okay, for this test, I'll be doing a local record in XSplit, and I'll be reading from my script from earlier in the video. I am about, let's see here. I'm about 35 inches away from the webcam, and my fan and air conditioner are turned off. It's really quiet here. Let's try this out. Let's start with the design and build. Unlike most webcams, ASUS intends for the ROG Eye to be a webcam that you can take with you wherever you go. Such is the nature of laptops. Did you notice that? There's a constant rattling whiz sound from the ROG Eye's recording. That problem wasn't present when I did my unboxing, and I tried different solutions to make it go away. I tried different USB ports, cleaning the microphone, and different cables. The audio glitch is always there. I don't know if it's just my unit or if it's a software problem, but I will be consulting with the people over at ASUS ROG to find a solution to this. I will update you guys in a future video. In the meantime, the ROG Eye fails this test. So the test showed that the C922 still reigns supreme as the streaming webcam. It just has better image quality overall. Sound quality, on the other hand, can be widely dismissed, as I haven't seen any streamer using the webcam mic. They usually just use the headset mic for audio. That problematic audio from the ROG Eye is a big turnoff though. When it comes to price, the C922 retails for $100 and the ROG Eye at $80. Is the $20 worth the upgrade? Yes. The C922 is still one of the best webcams for the price, and the ROG Eye just feels like it's a generation behind when it comes to image and sound quality, not to mention software. The only thing the ROG Eye has going for it is its portability. I can only imagine a purchase like this making sense if you're a hyper-mobile gamer who lives off their laptop and streams at every opportunity. That's the only time the strengths and weaknesses of the ROG Eye make sense. So that's my review of the ROG Eye. What do you think of it? Share your thoughts down below. The last video was my desk update part 2 and 2.1. Have you seen it yet? Here's a link. You might want to watch it. That's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.